In a striking turn of events, Elon Musk, the billionaire CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, is increasingly making headlines not just for his ambitious technological ventures but also for his burgeoning influence in American politics. With his sights set on the Wisconsin Supreme Court election scheduled for April 1, Musk is reportedly pouring millions into supporting Republican candidate Brad Schimmel, marking a significant escalation in his political involvement. This move has drawn sharp criticism from various quarters, raising concerns about the implications of a single individual wielding such power in both business and politics. Musk's financial backing for Schimmel comes at a crucial time as the Wisconsin Supreme Court holds pivotal cases that could shape future policies on abortion, union rights, and election laws. With the liberal majority currently at risk, observers are questioning whether Musk's motivations are purely political or if they are intertwined with his business interests, particularly with Tesla facing legal hurdles in the state. Elon Musk is trying to buy a seat on our Supreme Court so Brad Schimmel can rubber stamp his extreme agenda, said Susan Crawford, Schimmel's opponent and a Dane County Circuit judge. Musk's financial clout in this race is reflected in the contributions made through his America Political Action Committee, which has allocated $1 million to support Schimmel, while another group he funds is spending $1.6 million on ads attacking Crawford. Critics have pointed to this as a dangerous precedent, suggesting it undermines the integrity of the judicial system. Larry Jacobs, director of the Center for the Study of Politics and Governance at the University of Minnesota, described Musk's actions as one of the most significant threats to our democracy in the current moment, highlighting the problematic intertwining of wealth and political influence. This isn't Musk's first foray into political financing. He spent nearly $300 million in the past year supporting Republican campaigns primarily aimed at bolstering Donald Trump. His involvement has raised alarms among Democrats, particularly in light of Trump's recent electoral successes in swing states including Wisconsin. Ben Wickler, chair of the Democratic Party of Wisconsin, remarked on Musk's influence, stating, "He is not the first far-right billionaire to pour money into a Wisconsin Supreme Court election, but he is spending money hand over fist at the same time the whole world is wondering whether courts will ever be a check on the Musk-Trump/GOP attack on the rule of law." Amidst Musk's political maneuvers, protests have erupted across the U.S., targeting Tesla stores and decrying his actions as detrimental to the democratic process. Demonstrators have gathered in cities like Boston and New York calling for boycotts against Tesla and condemning Musk's role in the government. "We can impose direct economic damage on Tesla by showing up at showrooms everywhere and boycotting Tesla," said Nathan Phillips, an ecologist participating in the protests. While Musk continues to garner substantial support among Republican circles, including threats to fund primary challengers against dissenting members of Congress, the backlash against him is growing. A recent Washington Post Ipsos poll indicated a significant divide in public opinion, with only 34% approving of Musk's handling of his responsibilities, compared to 49% who disapprove. Musk's entrenchment in political affairs raises questions about the future of American governance as he positions himself as a central figure in both the tech industry and the political landscape. As his influence expands, so too does the scrutiny of his actions, leading many to ponder the long-term consequences of such unprecedented power concentrated in one individual. With the Wisconsin Supreme Court election looming, all eyes will be on Musk and the potential ramifications of his financial and political strategies, as they may very well shape the future trajectory of not just Wisconsin but the nation as a whole. In a stunning series of developments, the newly established Department of Government Efficiency (DOGE) has sparked widespread debate over its strategy and effectiveness in modernizing federal spending practices. Under the leadership of billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk and backed by the Trump administration, DOGE has set ambitious goals to streamline government contracts and enhance accountability. However, recent actions raise questions about the department's approach and its understanding of federal operations. Late last week, the Trump administration made headlines by laying off approximately 90 employees from the General Services Administration's GSA-18F team, a group originally created during the Obama era to improve government software. This decision has been met with outrage by those familiar with the team's mission, as many of the terminated employees had recently been reinstated after earlier layoffs. According to sources within the agency, the abrupt terminations were communicated via emails sent around midnight, prompting concern over the chaotic nature of the restructuring. As former team members reflected, "It's chaotic, and it feels like it's chaotic on purpose." Amid this turmoil, President Trump issued an executive order directing federal agencies to establish centralized technology systems aimed at recording every payment made through grants and contracts. This order is part of a broader initiative to enhance transparency within government spending, which Trump argues has historically lacked adequate oversight. The executive order emphasizes accountability by mandating that agency heads work with DOJ to scrutinize existing contracts for waste, fraud, and abuse. The administration claims that the federal government spends approximately $759 billion annually on contracts, a figure that underscores the urgency for reform. However, the implementation of these directives has not been without its pitfalls. Reports indicate that DOJ has made a series of public misstatements regarding its impact on federal contracts. In one notable instance, the department claimed credit for canceling a $1.9 billion contract related to IRS work, which had already been terminated prior to the Trump administration taking office. Experts in federal contracting have criticized these claims, arguing that they misrepresent actual savings and demonstrate a lack of understanding of government operations. The money's been spent. Period. Point blank, remarked Lisa Shea-Mont, a federal spending analyst. The discrepancies have raised alarm bells about the department's competence, with some observers likening DOJ's approach to that of a bull in a china shop. The chaotic rollout of its initiatives has led to questions about the reliability of the information being disseminated by the department. Critics are concerned that the rush to cut costs may overlook the complexities inherent in federal contracting, leading to potentially disastrous consequences as DOJ continues to navigate these challenges. The broader implications of its actions are becoming clearer. The administration's push for efficiency has resulted in significant cuts to federal employment and the cancellation of numerous active contracts. While these moves may align with the administration's goals, they also risk destabilizing established systems that underpin government functionality. The juxtaposition of aggressive cost-cutting measures against the backdrop of existing bureaucratic structures highlights the delicate balance required in federal reform efforts. Looking ahead, the future of DOJ remains uncertain. As it grapples with both internal and external criticisms, the department must demonstrate its capacity to deliver on its promises without compromising the integrity of government operations. With the stakes high for both taxpayers and federal employees alike, the coming months will be pivotal in determining whether DOJ can effectively reshape the landscape of government efficiency or if it will continue to be mired in controversy. As the situation develops, the need for transparency and accountability within government remains paramount, resonating with citizens who demand a more efficient and responsible use of taxpayer dollars. Protests erupted across the United States on Saturday, March 1, 2025, targeting Tesla and its CEO Elon Musk amid growing dissatisfaction with his influence over government operations. The demonstrations, part of a broader movement dubbed Tesla Takedown, saw hundreds of protesters rally outside Tesla dealerships in major cities including New York, Boston, and Owings Mills, Maryland. In New York alone, around 300 demonstrators gathered, resulting in 9 arrests as tensions escalated. The protests were fueled by Musk's recent initiatives to slash federal spending in collaboration with President Donald Trump, drawing ire from liberal groups and a diverse mix of individuals, including federal workers and concerned citizens. "We can get back at Elon," declared Nathan Phillips, a 58-year-old ecologist from Massachusetts, emphasizing the demonstrators' aim to impose economic pressure on Tesla. He and others hope to galvanize public sentiment against Musk's actions, which they perceive as a direct threat to democratic governance. Musk's role has become increasingly controversial since he took a leading position in Trump's Department of Government Efficiency DOGE, where he has advocated for significant cuts to government jobs and resources. Critics argue that his actions undermine the checks and balances of Congress and raise ethical questions about his dual role as a business leader and government influencer. This government led by Trump and Musk, it's gone completely off the rails, and we are here to stop that, stated Karina Campavasso, a retired federal worker participating in the New York protests. Significantly, the protests reflect a growing backlash against Musk's disruptive leadership style, which many believe prioritizes profit over public welfare. According to reports, Tesla's stock has plummeted nearly a third since Trump assumed office, although it remains higher than it was a year ago. Musk's net worth has fluctuated dramatically, with Forbes estimating it at approximately $359 billion recently. This economic backdrop adds urgency to the protesters' calls for accountability and reform. As the demonstrations unfolded, the atmosphere varied from festive to confrontational. In Boston, brass bands played and protesters carried signs mocking Musk and his policies. In contrast, the New York protests were marked by a heavier police presence, with demonstrators taken into custody amidst chaotic scenes. Police reported that while most protests remained peaceful, there were instances of vandalism against Tesla vehicles, including graffiti that has drawn concern from various communities. The protests are part of a larger movement aimed at discouraging Tesla purchases and stigmatizing the brand. Organizers have planned additional protests across the U.S. as well as in Europe, asserting that this grassroots campaign reflects a pivotal moment in American civic engagement. "We can make a difference by showing up, protesting, and making our voices heard," said James Power, a protester from Owings Mills. Looking ahead, the implications of these protests could resonate beyond the immediate actions, potentially influencing public policy and corporate governance. As Musk continues to navigate his multifaceted role, the growing opposition may serve as a catalyst for broader discussions about the intersection of business and politics in America. With more protests planned in the coming weeks, it remains to be seen whether this movement will significantly impact Tesla's reputation and Musk's standing as a leader. SpaceX is set to make headlines once again with the anticipated launch of its Starship mega rocket on Monday, marking a significant comeback after a dramatic test flight ended in an explosion just 6 weeks prior. The upcoming flight is particularly noteworthy as it represents not only a technical recovery for SpaceX but also a pivotal moment in the company's broader ambitions in space exploration. The previous test flight on January 16 saw the upper stage of Starship explode over the Atlantic Ocean approximately 8 minutes into its ascent. The mishap sent debris raining down over the picturesque Turks and Caicos Islands, prompting an investigation by the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration (FAA). Thankfully, no injuries were reported. The FAA grounded the rocket during its investigation, which has since remained open, although they recently cleared Starship for its next flight attempt. According to SpaceX, the likely cause of the explosion stemmed from a propellant leak in a section of the rocket known as the attic, located between the liquid oxygen tank and the rear heat shield. This leak ignited sustained fires that led to a controlled shutdown of all but one of the engines, ultimately resulting in the vehicle's disintegration. In response, SpaceX has implemented several unspecified hardware and operational changes to enhance the rocket's upper stage design. The upcoming test flight, the 8th for Starship, had been originally scheduled for Friday but was slightly delayed without explanation. If all proceeds smoothly, the mission will aim to deploy 4 mock Starlink satellites, marking the first instance of Starship successfully releasing a payload into orbit. Additionally, the mission includes an ambitious plan for the rocket's first stage to return to the launch pad after separation, where it will be caught by mechanical arms on the launch tower, an integral step toward SpaceX's goal of a fully reusable rocket system. Starship stands as the most powerful rocket ever constructed, towering at 400 feet and designed to play a crucial role in NASA's Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the Moon. SpaceX has been selected to transport astronauts to the lunar surface during the planned Artemis 3 mission slated for 2027. Beyond lunar missions, Elon Musk envisions Starship as a potential vehicle for future Mars exploration. In a separate but equally significant development, SpaceX is also preparing to launch 21 Starlink satellites from Cape Canaveral on the same day, March 2. This mission includes 13 satellites equipped with direct-to-cell capabilities, further expanding the reach of Starlink's satellite internet service, which recently surpassed 5 million subscribers. The Falcon 9 rocket, which will facilitate this launch, has a strong track record, having previously supported multiple successful missions. The Starlink 12-20 mission is poised to continue SpaceX's trend of rapid advancements in satellite technology and internet connectivity, especially as the company continues to push the boundaries of what is possible in spaceflight. With favorable weather conditions anticipated, the launch is set for 9:24 p.m. Eastern Time, and live coverage will be available for fans and followers eager to witness the latest developments. As SpaceX gears up for these critical launches, the implications extend beyond immediate technical achievements. The successful deployment of Starlink satellites and the resumption of Starship flights will be closely watched by industry observers, investors, and space enthusiasts alike, all eager to see how these advancements will shape the future of space exploration and connectivity. The coming days will undoubtedly be a testament to SpaceX's resilience and innovative spirit in the ever-evolving landscape of aerospace technology. Elon Musk's recent activity on social media has once again ignited speculation within the cryptocurrency community, particularly concerning Bitcoin. On March 2, 2025, Musk's decision to follow U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis on Twitter was reported by Crypto Rover, leading to a surge of interest in trading activity in Bitcoin. The implications of this seemingly innocuous action were felt almost immediately, underscoring the powerful influence Musk wields over the crypto markets. Within just 30 minutes of Musk's follow, Bitcoin's price skyrocketed from $45,000 to $47,500, reflecting a sharp increase of approximately 5.6%. This price movement coincided with a staggering 25% rise in trading volume, as 1.2 million BTC were transacted in that brief period. The ripple effect extended to other trading pairs. For instance, the BTC/ETH rate also saw a 5% uptick, with trading volumes increasing significantly on platforms like Coinbase and Binance. The rush of activity was further highlighted by a notable spike in on-chain metrics. Approximately 300,000 new addresses were recorded interacting with the Bitcoin network, signaling heightened interest and engagement from both new and existing investors. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index, a measure of market sentiment, shifted dramatically from neutral to greed shortly after Musk's tweet, a clear indication of the market's speculative nature and the impact of influential figures on investor behavior. Technical analysis also revealed underlying bullish signals. The moving average convergence divergence (MACD) for Bitcoin indicated a bullish crossover, suggesting potential upward momentum, while the relative strength index (RSI) rose from 55 to 70, hinting at overbought conditions. Such metrics, combined with the significant increase in trading volumes and new participants, illustrate the extent of market reaction to Musk's activities. While the excitement surrounding Musk's follow of Lummis has drawn attention, it is essential to approach such developments with caution. Crypto Rover, while highlighting the speculation, emphasized that trading decisions should be based on verified information and tangible developments rather than unconfirmed rumors. The cryptocurrency landscape is notoriously volatile, and market reactions can often be driven by emotions and speculation rather than fundamentals. Musk's influence over cryptocurrency markets is not a new phenomenon. His previous endorsements and interactions with various cryptocurrencies have consistently led to significant price movements and trading activity. This incident serves as a reminder of the volatile interplay between social media dynamics and market behavior, particularly in the world of digital assets. Looking ahead, the cryptocurrency market will likely continue to be sensitive to the activities of high-profile individuals like Musk. As Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies evolve, the influence of social media and public figures on market dynamics will remain a critical point of observation for traders and investors alike. The ongoing developments in this space will surely provide further insight into the relationship between social media activity and cryptocurrency trends shaping the landscape for both established and emerging digital assets. In a significant personal development for Elon Musk, the renowned CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, he and Siobhan Zilis, the director of Neuralink, have welcomed their fourth child together, a boy named Sheldon Lycurgus. Zilis made the announcement via a heartfelt post on social media platform X on March 1, 2025, coinciding with the birthday of their other child, Arcadia. In her post, she described Sheldon as built like a juggernaut, with a solid heart of gold, expressing her affection with the sentiment, "Love him so much." Musk, who has been known for his candidness on social media, responded to Zilis' announcement with a simple heart emoji, although he did not elaborate further on the birth or details surrounding their new addition. Notably, the exact date of Sheldon's birth remains undisclosed, adding an air of mystery to the announcement. This birth marks Musk's 14th child overall, but only the latest in his relationship with Zilis. The couple has previously welcomed 3 other children, twins Strider and Azure, born in 2021, and another child the following year. Their family dynamics have attracted widespread attention, particularly due to the unconventional nature of their relationship, which has reportedly been characterized more by co-parenting than a romantic partnership. According to reports, the twins were conceived via in vitro fertilization, a method Musk has openly discussed as part of his commitment to addressing what he perceives as a global underpopulation crisis. Elon Musk's family tree is already extensive, with children from multiple relationships. He shares 6 children with his first wife Justine Wilson and 3 with musician Grimes, including the well-known XAEA12. The recent announcement from Zilis comes on the heels of legal developments involving another child, as conservative influencer Ashley St. Clair has filed a paternity lawsuit seeking recognition of Musk as the father of her 5-month-old child, which further complicates Musk's family narrative. The implications of Musk's expanding family are multifaceted. On one hand, they reflect his personal life choices and beliefs, particularly regarding population growth. Musk has previously stated that a declining birth rate poses a significant risk to civilization, a sentiment he reiterated in a tweet discussing his role in contributing to the population. On the other hand, this personal narrative has sparked discussions about the nature of family parenting and the responsibilities that come with such a large brood, particularly for a figure as public and influential as Musk. As Musk continues to juggle his high-profile career and personal life, the arrival of Sheldon Lycurgus adds another layer to an already intricate family dynamic. Observers will be watching closely to see how this announcement impacts Musk's public persona and private life, as well as any potential implications for his ventures at Neuralink and beyond. With the tech mogul's penchant for innovation and his open approach to personal challenges, it is likely that this newest chapter in his life will unfold in the public eye, inviting both interest and scrutiny in equal measure.